Will you be able to dance at your 80th birthday party? For most people, the honest answer is no. Not because of their age, but because they've fallen for a lie. The lie says that physical decline after 40 is just inevitable, that your body has a built-in expiration date. Well, that story is the biggest lie you've been told about your physical wealth. And today, I'm not just going to prove it's a lie. I'm going to show you how to build a body that can feel better at 60 than it did at 30. And yes, a body that lets you dance at your 80th birthday. Before we start tearing this lie apart, let's get on the same page. When I say physical wealth, I'm talking about your health, your energy, and your ability to move through the world with freedom and strength. It's the foundation that all other kinds of wealth, financial, social, and even mental, are built on. You can have all the money in the world, but you can't enjoy it without your health. You can have all the time in the world, but you can't use it without energy. The lie of inevitable decline robs you of this foundation. It becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy. We feel a new ache in our back, a little less energy in the afternoon, or watch the number on the scale creep up. And we think,
well, this is it. It's all downhill from here.
That thought gives us permission to stop trying. We buy into the myth, we become more sedentary, and our bodies, being the adaptable machines that they are, simply respond to that lack of movement by getting weaker. It's a vicious cycle. But here's the truth. Your birthday isn't what's making you feel old. It's how much time you spend sitting down. While biology does play a role, those aches, that weakness, the weight gain, these are not mandatory sentences handed down on your 40th or 50th birthday. They're symptoms of a lifestyle that has accepted decline as a fact, instead of fighting it as the fiction that it truly is. This brings us to the first and most paralyzing lie.
It's too late to start. I'm already too old.
You might be thinking,
look, I'm 50, 60, even 70. I haven't really exercised in years. There's no way I can build muscle now.
That is factually, scientifically incorrect. Research has shown again and again that you're never too old to get stronger. One of the most incredible things about your bodies is how they respond to a challenge at any age. For instance, a major analysis of over 39 studies looking at more than 1,300 adults over 50 found that people could gain an average of around 2.5 pounds of lean muscle in just 5 months of resistance training. This leads to the second great lie, one born completely out of fear.
Exercise is dangerous. It will destroy my joints, and I'm more likely to fall.
So many older adults are told to take it easy or save their strength. This is, without a doubt, some of the worst advice you could possibly get. In reality, regular exercise is your single most powerful defense against falling. Weakness doesn't prevent falls, it causes them. It's the loss of muscle in your legs and core that makes you unstable. It's the decline in coordination that makes you trip over a rug. Building strength and improving your balance are what directly fight this. In fact, the CDC confirms that physical activity can significantly cut the risk of falls in older adults. And for those with joint pain from arthritis, studies suggest that exercise can provide pain relief that is comparable to, and in some cases even better than, common over-the-counter painkillers, all while strengthening the muscles that support your joints. The fear that movement will make it worse is the very thing holding you back from making it better. We've just busted two of the biggest mental roadblocks that keep people from reclaiming their physical lives. If you're finding this empowering and you agree this is a message people need to hear, do me a favor and hit that subscribe button. The third lie isn't a blatant falsehood, but a dangerous oversimplification. The idea that cardio is enough. Lots of people think that as long as they get their daily walk in, they've checked the box for healthy aging. And while aerobic activity is fantastic and absolutely essential for your heart, it's only one part of the puzzle. The CDC and the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services are crystal clear on this. Their guidelines recommend that adults get at least 150 minutes of moderate intensity aerobic activity each week, plus muscle strengthening activities on 2 or more days. And for those at risk of falling, they also specifically recommend balance training. So why is strength training non-negotiable? Because it directly fights the enemies of aging gracefully. It combats the natural muscle loss that happens as we age. It builds bone density, your primary defense against osteoporosis. And yes, it boosts your metabolism. Having more muscle literally means you burn more calories, even when you're resting. You don't have to look like a bodybuilder. We're just talking about resistance training. That can mean using dumbbells, resistance bands, or even just your own body weight. Doing exercises like squats, push-ups, even against a wall, and rows for just 20 to 30 minutes, 2 or 3 times a week, is enough to spark a powerful positive change in your body. And that change is what gives you the power to lift your grandkids, carry your own groceries, and yes, have the strength in your legs to dance with joy and confidence. Now, those guidelines might sound like a lot on paper, but when you break it down into a weekly routine, it actually takes less time than you think. Here's exactly how to start. Okay, so we've exposed the lies. Now let's replace them with a plan. Building a body that will serve you for decades doesn't take extreme measures. It just takes consistency with a few simple, powerful principles. This is your action plan to be dancing on your 80th birthday. First, consistent resistance training. Aim for 2 to 3 sessions a week, hitting the major muscle groups. You don't have to join a gym. Start at home with body weight exercises like chair squats, lunges, and wall push-ups. The key is just trying to do a little more over time. Second, regular aerobic activity. That's the 150 minutes of moderate movement a week we talked about. A brisk walk, a bike ride, swimming, or maybe it's time to learn a new dance. This is for your heart and your lungs. Third, dedicated balance and stability work. Weave this into your daily routine. Practice standing on one leg. Try walking heel to toe down your hallway. These simple drills directly train the skills that prevent falls. Fourth, planned recovery. Rest isn't quitting, it's when you get stronger. Your muscles don't grow during the workout, they grow afterwards. So listen to your body. Sharp pain is a signal to stop. General muscle soreness a day or 2 later, that's the feeling of progress. And finally, patience. You didn't get there overnight, and you won't transform overnight either. You'll start feeling better quickly, but you'll see meaningful, measurable gains in strength and balance after about 6 to 12 weeks of consistent effort. Trust the process. The story that your 40s, 50s, and 60s are the start of a long, slow, inevitable decline is the most damaging lie that you've been told about your health. It's a myth that profits from your fear and your inaction. The truth is, your physical future isn't written in stone. It's written every single day in the small choices you make. The choice to reject that lie, the choice to move your body, to challenge your muscles, and to work on your balance. It is never, ever too late to start. So will you be dancing at your 80th birthday party? The answer isn't up to fate. It isn't up to your genetics. It's up to you. And now you know exactly what to do. My name is Stephen Kofer. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.